Hold on, I'm just going to take this off my screen. Fabulous. Hello and welcome to our coaching webinar info session. Whether you're catching us live or on the recording, Shona and myself are super excited to have you here. We've invited you because we think you'd love this opportunity and as much as we do, and we think that you'd be great for it. So I'm just going to tell you how the format's going to work. So Shona and I will tell you about how we got into coaching, why we do it, why we love it, and why we're so passionate about it now, more so, I think, than ever before. And then Shona's going to talk a bit about earnings and how she works her PT business with the coaching business. Then I'm going to tell you about the tools and the community and how that works. And then Shona will come in and hopefully fill in any gaps that we've missed. So we're going to try and keep it to 30 minutes. And then we're going to do a Q&A session for you to ask any questions after. So that's how it's going to work, and we hope that you're going to love it. So I'll just tell you a bit about me. I'm Ayleen. I am a single mum of 4. I have 3 of the children living at home with me, and the other one, the big one, lives just 10 minutes around the corner. You know, I am been coaching for 2.5 years. I am working part-time. I'm in recovery. I mentor women, and I work this coaching business around it all, and quite successfully. You know, I make time for it, and it works for me like that. So it does work for busy people. You know, you can work it in pockets of time. I haven't always been into this business. I've always loved fitness, and from a young age I worked hard at it because my family was sort of on the heavier side, and unless I work for something, then I can't keep fit. So I was always into sport at school. I was into dancing, and for many years that's what I did. Then I got into club business, and that was where sort of I still kept quite fit. At 25, I had my first daughter, and I worked out right up until the day she was due. And because I still had my love of fitness, I sprung back after 4 weeks of doing that, of having her. Then I had children, 3 children, 6 years later, very close together, 15 and 17 months apart. And I was a stay-at-home mum, which was great, but I lost my work then because you can't work in clubs with 4 children. And I was being a stay-at-home mum, I sort of lost my sense of purpose. And I just wasn't working. I was fortunate, but I just felt something was missing. In that time, my health and wellness sort of deteriorated really, and I just wasn't really looking after myself. And then I hit a rock bottom, and I just had to have a wake-up call where I thought I've got to really think about my health and wellness, and that's where my journey sort of started. I was in the gyms, like I said, I've always worked out, and I went into the gyms, but I sort of hit a plateau, and I resigned myself that I was always going to have this pouch, because I had 3 C-sections, and that was it. And as luck or fate would have it, a ad popped up, a sponsored ad from my coach, and she just had this, looked like this amazing lifestyle. She talked about home workout, she talked about working for yourself, and having, you know, a sense of direction and purpose, and she looked amazing. So I messaged her. I hope I'm not talking too fast. So I messaged her, and we had, you know, some back and forth conversations. I'd never heard of home workout, or never done them. I think I'd done 1 DVD, and she mentioned Shaun T. I'd heard of him, and I'd heard of Insanity, but I didn't know anything about Beachbody, which is the company that we're partnered with. So I thought I'd think about it, but she, you know, it just kept popping up, and I thought, do you know what, I've got nothing to lose, and there was this 30-day money back guarantee, so I thought I'm just gonna try it. So I put it on my credit card, and then I was off and running. I did my first program, which was the 21-day fix, and I got involved in it. I wasn't fully immersed in the nutrition side of it, but I did get results, and that sort of kept me up and running. And what I loved was that I didn't have in the gym for me was that I could press play whenever I wanted, because I get up incredibly early, which suits me now. I can, get up before the kids. I don't have no traveling time. And what I needed most was accountability and a sense of direction. And I had that because I had a coach showing me the way. And you know, I just got immersed in the programs, and then I just did one after the other, loved it, and my results started to show. You know, I did Transform 20, I looked amazing, and I just started to share my journey, which is what we do as coaches. We're just sharing our journeys. I really loved it, and then I didn't really think about the coaching side. I just was sharing what I did because I loved it, really, and I got a couple of people on board, and it went from there. You know, I didn't go fully all in at first because I didn't know what I was doing, and my coach was in America, and I didn't have the support that I have now with Shona and the ladies that we've got in our wider team. But I did really love it. And then in 2020, at the beginning of 2020, I thought, do you know what? I'm doing bits and pieces. I'm earning a little bit, but I wanted to go all in. So from the January, there was a trip that was for Marbella, and I decided that I would just see what I could do. And I ended up getting in the top 50 and went on this trip to Marbella, where I met Shona and the other ladies that are great friends of ours now. And that was, you know, that showed me that what was capable in this business. And it just, you know, the reason for me is because I wanted something. I wanted a sense of purpose. I'd done a lot of stuff in those few years that I was trying to get my health and wellness together. I trained 3 years in counselling, I'd done mentoring, I'd done advice and guidance, I'd done mental health, I'd done some work in fitness, and I just knew that I wanted to help someone. So when the fitness and, you know, and the helping people came together, that's where my why, for me, that worked. I just love it, and I still love it I love it to this day. And the more, I think, the sense for me, and probably Shona as well, the sense of, you know, to see someone grow and just develop over time and just start to believe in themselves, it's just amazing. I'm just mindful of time. I don't want to go over my allocated time, you know, and I work this in pockets of time, you know, because like I say, I'm busy and I don't have like blocks of time to work, but it works for me. So whether you work or or you're at home, this can work in any sec. And I initially just did this to pay for my products, and the products are amazing. Pay for my products, but now it's actually become into a business, and something that I truly love. And my kids are fully involved. They love it. They go, "How's it going, Mum? How's this? How many people, you know, who you're helping?" It's just become, you know, it's rippled out. And, you know, I've got, you know, family members doing this and friends, and just, you know, it's just been amazing for me. And it was just about me sharing my own journey first and bringing people on board. And that's how it's gone. And I'm here 2.5 years later, loving it, growing a business, getting a great community of friends that, you know, in lockdown, it was just amazing to have that, you know, sense of community around me and just that support. It was really, really wonderful. So that is a bit about me and my wife. Shona, over to you.
Love it. Thank you so much, Ayleen. That was really, really good. So I'm Shona, and for those of you that don't know me, so thank you for either joining us or watching. It's absolutely great to have you here. So I am a mum of 3. And I've got quite a big age gap between my kids. So my oldest is 17, and then my younger 2 are 4 and 2. So only 16 months in between them. And I must say, I was totally and wholly unprepared to have 2 children so close together. So sorry, I'm being distracted at the corner of my eye. Yeah, was totally distracted. Was totally unprepared for how that was going to go. Kind of felt a bit lost, had a difficult 3rd pregnancy where wasn't really able to work out, and then a slow C-section recovery, and again wasn't really able to do the kind of workouts that I'd been doing before. So what that meant was that I felt completely lost and didn't really know where I was going. And it was kind of difficult because I'm a PT and work in the fitness industry, and I felt I had a really bad imposter syndrome and felt like a fraud because I was like teaching my clients working with my clients and wasn't on top of my own fitness or even believing in my own fitness anymore. So this ad kept popping up for a coach in England, and she kept, like, you know, when you see the sponsored ads on your Instagram, she kept popping up, and I spoke to her and didn't leap right in, had to think about it, decided to go for it. And I thought to myself, you know what, if nothing else, I get a year's worth of workouts. I knew all, like Ayleen, I knew all about Insanity, like we've all heard of Insanity, but didn't realize quite, you know, to what depth Beachbody actually was and how much there was available. And we could say that the rest is history. It's been incredible. Like, for me, all I wanted to do was make a little bit of extra money to get my eyelashes done, or to get my nails done, or to go and buy the kids something to wear and not have to ask my husband for the money. Obviously fell in love with the product, so wanted to make the money for the product. And that was kind of how it went. Now the goal is obviously, for me, so much bigger. Like, I was just on a mindset call and I want to earn like $3,000 a month. And, you know, I want to hit dizzying heights of rank advancement and all that kind of thing. But started a little bit smaller than that. The other thing that really, really I've benefited from was, obviously when we went into lockdown, I couldn't really run my fitness business anymore. I did some online classes, which I found really, really difficult. And Beachbody not only kept me going financially, but kept me going emotionally as well. And I'm not talking the Beachbody, well, the Beachbody workouts are like the therapy, but sitting on power hours nearly every day with Ayleen and Menina and Juliet and other team members, and getting together every week on Zoom and, you know, like spending time together, even though we were all stuck at home and my husband was offshore, and it was like, oh, adult company, what's that? And having this like-minded sort of, you know, not just working the business together, but being friends together and getting each other through is another big, massive part of my why and my story now. And I think it did change what I want from the business, because it makes you realize that you can do whatever you want to do and you can be whoever you want to be, and you don't even need to be in the same part of the country or even in the same country as some of these people. And that has become a massive part of my story. And obviously making enough money to go on our rewards trips and things like that, and to see each other again, and to travel the country for summit and super weekends and all that kind of thing. So that is basically where my story is and where my why is. And obviously my why is evolving all the time, which my income is as well, which is obviously a big thing. But being able to help more and more people makes me a happier person as well. So yeah, anyway, I'm not going to waffle because I have a tendency to waffle. So I'm going to then lead that into how it fits into my PT business. Now, first of all, can I just say you don't need to be a PT to be doing this. Obviously, coaching is all about inspiring and motivating people with your journey. So I'm a PT, Ayleen's really into fitness, but we come at this from different angles, and you all will as well. You know, you may teach classes, you may just be a fitness enthusiast, or you may be in the fitness industry. So, but they all fit in with coaching. How it fits in with me is a big massive thing actually for me is my PT clients in between sessions to keep them motivated. So the majority of my PT clients come to me because I have a private gym. They don't want to go to a big commercial gym. They don't want to like you know, be in that gym setting. And this keeps them going in between sessions. So yes, I write sessions for my clients and write home workouts and things like that. Keeping people motivated on doing that can be quite difficult. Whereas with the Beachbody community, because we have the virtual gym, because there's such a big range of workouts, I found it really keeps my clients motivated in between sessions. And instead of coming to me and saying, oh, I didn't work out this week because I couldn't be bothered, they're coming to me and saying, oh yeah, I did my workouts, and they're logging in on our app and in our bod group and things like that. Also the nutritional programs, if you are a PT watching this, you know that we can only advise so far on nutrition, and people don't want to learn about macros. People want to be told what to eat, and Portion Fix and To Be Mindset are two amazing nutritional programs written by the best nutritionists and dietitians in the world, like something that we could never rival. And being trained in them ourselves, you know, knowing about them ourselves, we can tell other people about this. And because it's so simple to understand and comes with the videos, that works in really well with my PT business as well. Again, being a mum and working part-time, I can only fit in so many PT clients face-to-face per week. So having the coaching as well means that I work with 110 people online. There's no way I could work with 110 people face-to-face. There's no way I could write individual programs for 110 people and still have time to sleep. So in that respect, it all works in together really, really well. Sounds like it's going to cost you a fortune as well, and it's absolutely not. It's only going to cost you the minimum is $15.95 a month. So that's your coach fee, which then covers your website, your training, everything you get from corporate, your coach office, obviously what you get from us as a team as well, and then your products and stuff cost on top of that. But that is at your discretion, what you decide to take and which product you decide to be product of the product with. So that is separate, but the $15.95 is your coach fee. Earnings, because that is quite important, so we better just squeeze that in. Like, of course we all do it for the love of doing it, but we've got to earn some money at the end of the day as well, right? So earnings, we earn 25% of everything. That is whether you get one person to sign up or whether you get 100 people to sign up per month, you get your 25%. Okay, you don't have to hit a certain amount of people signing up per month, so there is not that hard sale. There is not oh, I must sign up 5 people or I'm not going to earn any of my money. So it doesn't create that sort of false want to help people. We actually want to help people, so it doesn't matter whether we help one or whether we help 100. Like I say, you will earn your 25% on everything, which is pretty good, and that's subscription orders and repeat sales, but I won't go into the nitty-gritty of that. Just remember that you don't have, it's not minimum target, minimum targets. And I'm going to let Ayleen go. Ayleen, I did mute you, just if you just.
Thank you, Shona. That was amazing. Was really, really helpful. And just to say that Shona is a PT, but you don't, like Shona says, you don't have to be a fitness professional, and you don't even have to be on a fitness journey. You can start where you're at, wherever you're at, because someone will be looking at you as inspiration, and you just share your journey. And that's all coaching is about, is helping other people and taking them on the journey with you, you know, and using the tools that we have. And there is so many, which I'm going to go into it in a moment. You know, you don't have to be have a six-pack, you don't have to have tons of followers, you don't need to know about social media, because all of this is the stuff that we will teach you. And there is so many trainings that you will learn and that you can engage in to help you with this, you know. And people say about how, you know, I don't want to bombard people, or I don't want to overshare, or I don't want to, you know, be salesy. This is not salesy. This is, you're sharing something that you love. It's like if you went into a restaurant and you really loved a meal, you're going to say to someone, this food was amazing, you know, you need to go and try that. And that's exactly what we do. You know, we're not sales. We genuinely love, like Shona says, we love the product, and what you choose is up to you, but we love the products. The programs have given us results, and they give our clients and our coaches results. So why wouldn't you want to share that? You know, I was hesitant about sharing that in the beginning, because, you know, I knew it was working for me, but I was thinking, oh, what will other people think about me? But now, you know, I've been doing this, you know, I keep showing up, and I keep showing up, just to show me keep showing up, you know, and people can see that this works, and we genuinely love it. And that is what comes across. And that's what, you know, that it's about sharing, not selling. I just want to tell you about some tools, because we have the most amazing tools. We have a wonderful coach office which gives you all the information you need. It gives you news, it gives you events, it gives you trainings. You get to see how your customers, your coaches, everything is there for you, so easily accessible. It's so easy to follow, that you have it all in one place and that you can just go to. We have this amazing, you're thinking, where do I start? How do I invite? Where do I get the followers? What do I do? Everything is explained, and we have this wonderful thing called the BAT, which is our business activity tracker. Now, it was on paper before, and I am a paper and a pen girl, and I used to write it out, but it's digital. We are in the age of technology. So you have a digital version now, and you actually have timers. So it tells you how long you need to connect to people, how, for people to invite. Everything is laid out for you so simply. And that is, another tool. We have a great community, which is just what, I spoke about before, which helps you. We've got Facebook groups. We have our UK Beachbody group, which gives us all the information. There's any news or events or any up and coming things that we find out on there. We have a champions page, because we are in 4 countries. We are in, obviously, the UK, we're in France, we're in America, and we're in Canada. We get a lot of trainings on there, anything new. We get lots of ideas, of how to share our business, and it's just endless. So there's that community as well. We are in a smaller community. We're in Aspire to Aspire, which is, we're all on different teams, but we all come together to share how our ideas and encourage. And like what Shona says, in lockdown, we were doing power hours together, and it was, to see that friendly face was so lovely. You think, humans, because if you're a mum and you're surrounded by kids, it was lovely, and you've got that community. We have the virtual gym. Like Shona says, we have a messenger pod, so people can say, I'm hopping on, do you want to come and join me? We also have a coaching messenger threads, so that we can ask any questions. Now, if we don't know, or our uplines don't know, someone will give you some sort of support in and around any one of those messenger pods, or on the virtual gym, or in our team pages. I have a WhatsApp group. I think Shona has a Facebook group and a WhatsApp group. So there is constant contact. We are, for any questions that you want to ask, there's always someone to help you. And like I say, there is endless trainings on everything from, how to and if you haven't, how to, make a video, how to set up your website, which you don't need to worry about, but everything that you could possibly want is in our trainings, anything that you need. And if you haven't, you've got YouTube, which is Endless Coaches post on there as well. So there is so much that you can have, extensive trainings. I think that's all I've got to say. If I've missed anything, please shout me out, Shona, but I think that's it.
Can I just tie into community as well a little bit about, obviously we have our super weekends across the country 4 times a year, which is just starting up again after lockdown, and I'm going to be travelling down to London in October to go to one. I normally tend to have one up here as well, so I will look into that. But you can travel to see people. It's not that you can't see other people. And like, we are going to Punta Cana in March, which is our coach reward trip. So again, that's community. If things come together, I'm doing push groups with my upline in America. So the community is massive. There's always somebody there to help you. It's like, and be your friend as well, or just know what you're going through, because if you have like somebody is rude to you, there's somebody else that's had somebody be rude to you. So there's always a friendly voice on the other end of the messenger pod, is what I want to say. Last one is time management, and I think you covered that a little bit at the start, Ayleen, on how you work your business. I work my business in half an hour in the morning, about an hour and a half in the afternoon, and then a half an hour, 10 hour in the evening. So I am fortunate to have that time. But I time block everything. And if I am busier, I'll time block 15 minutes there and 15 minutes here and use the timers on the business activity tracker. I have found that the more time I've got, the less I do, almost, because I procrastinate because I've got more time. And I'm like, oh, I've got plenty of time and I can do that. Just setting little time like old times works really well for me. So if you work full time, or you teach loads of classes, or you've got kids, you can still make it work. It can still fit in. I know, for example, a time management tip: when you're on the toilet, you can follow at least 30 new people while you're on the toilet and make 10 new connections, if you can get 10 minutes away from your kids. So it is definitely time management. And some time management is something that I really like to work on. So, even, and all the coaches work together. So that is something that your coach or me or anyone who else likes to work on time management can definitely work on. So I'm going to open it up for Q&A now. But if you hold on, I'm going to stop recording, and this gives anybody a chance to jump off that wants to jump off, or maybe wants to talk but doesn't want to be recorded.